special shout out to Nisa for putting together this project. My name's Aaron. I'm 33 years old, based over here in Venice Beach, California. Originally, I'm from Portland, Oregon, but I've been in LA for about 6 years. My Cambodian name is Satara, which is actually my middle name. As far as siblings, I'm the oldest, and I have younger sisters too, who's younger than me. A set of twin sisters that are half sisters, and then a half younger brother. As far as my Khmer, I understand it better than I speak it because growing up, my dad only spoke English to me, thinking that he didn't want me to be confused. So, which I don't think to be the case at all because I know plenty of ethnic kids who speak their native tongue and as their first language and grow up to learn English just fine. So, wish you would have taught me, Dad. But I am fluent in Spanish and conversational Portuguese, which has helped me so much with my travels and my job. So, it's languages I love. I was born in Hayward, California. So my family, my dad's side, they're from Phnom Penh. And at the time when the Khmer Rouge came in, my grandpa, he was a high-ranking military diplomat. He was a colonel in the Cambodian army. So just some backstory. Basically what he did was he would travel to different countries like in Europe, and Switzerland, and all over different Asian countries, learn different military tactics and battle techniques, and then implement it into the Cambodian army's training. So at the time when the Khmer Rouge came into the city, he was stationed over in Thailand, and my dad and all the siblings were over there as well. And then when the rebels came in, that's when my grandpa got the call from a fellow soldier saying, "Hey, look, the rebels have taken over the city, don't come back." So, my grandpa right there, his life just took a complete 180, just like all of us Cambodians. Basically, Cambodian army ceased to exist, so lost his income, lost all of his assets, including his house, and most sadly, it's just losing his family. So his siblings and all my dad's cousins, we don't know what happened to them. And it's really unfortunate. It happened to a lot of our ancestors as well. So after he got this call over the next several months, he's scrambling, trying to figure out, okay, what do I do? And he's just looking for sponsorship to immigrate to another country. Luckily, he got the sponsorship to settle over in Portland, Oregon, and that's where my family's been ever since. So coming to America, here they are in a foreign land with no money, no English, and pretty much a skill set that's irrelevant. My dad had to step up and help provide because he was the oldest at age 17 at the time coming here. So they worked everything from the back of Chinese kitchens to working as a mechanic, and it was really tough because I remember my grandpa, they were making so little. My grandpa told me one time that he worked like a 15-hour shift and came back home with $12, which can't even afford to pay rent over several weeks. So they did that for decades, and I was born years after that. I'd say about a good 12, 13 years after that. But I did see the feelings they had, which is bitterness and resentment, because here they are in Cambodia with a decent career, a decent status, everything they've worked so hard for, and then something that was completely out of control, not their fault at all, taken away from them. And so when I think about that, it just makes me feel so lucky being in America that I can shape my future the way I want it. I can shape the life that I want. They didn't get to have that was taken away from them, and forced to just hunker down and work and just survive. I remember them just telling me that they went months and months eating nothing but rice and fish. Even several weeks eating rice because that's all they could afford at the time, and they were just crammed over in a small apartment, not even one bedroom, like a studio, 5 people in it. So just knowing this and all that makes me feel so lucky, as I mentioned. The mindset they had was, okay, this is the life that we have. How do we make this work? So basically, they hunkered down, they put their head down and just worked. They knew they had to outwork everyone else because other people had bigger advantages than they did. They spoke the language, they grew up there with the education system and so forth. And so what that taught me was just, it's really easy for me to, do pretty well here in America because, I've grown up in the system and so forth. So I have to work to a level to where it becomes difficult for me. So just work your heart out, pretty much work until you faint. Always outwork the next person. There was one quote from Will Smith that I really adored, which is, if you have two people, you and me, going on a treadmill, and you're more talented than I am, you're more agile, more athletic than I am, there's only two things that are going to happen. Either you're going to get off the treadmill first, or I'm going to die. But the point is, I will not be outworked. And I just thought that applied so much to what my grandpa and what my dad went through. It's just they will not be outworked. They have to work harder than the next guy because the next guy has so much more advantage than them. So I carried that into my work life today. And as far as what I'm doing, right now I'm a commercial banker. I'm selling bank products to mid-sized companies based here in LA County. I've been doing that for the last 5 to 6 years. But this summer, I'm launching my own home mortgage company, and we're going to be the most competitive lender with the most competitive rates. It's going to be called Asserta Loans. And if you are buying a home or know someone that is, please check us out at assertaloans.com. Very exciting. As far as the Cambodian community, I'm just so blown away by how far we've come given to our starting point. I mean, our parents, grandparents, just the hardships they went through and the bottoms of the bottoms that they were at to come to where they are today to just give us the life that we have. So I think if we can help each other out in any way to become a successful minority group, that'd be very helpful. Whether it's a cleaning person or a realtor, just in any way, I think it's going to cascade and pay dividends to us as a whole down the road. So if any Cambodians are out there that are looking for help, don't hesitate to call me, whether it's to review a resume, build one, help get connections over to a job. More than happy to do that, especially to the younger Cambodians. I just want us to succeed. So if we could be at least 1-2 levels up than where we were before, then I'll be extremely happy. So really proud of where we come from. Hope we can help each other out. And again, shout out to you for what you do with this project.